Top anime with godlike animation.
Starburst. Stream.
Considered in the anime community as one of the trashiest anime to ever exist with multiple plot holes and cheats that only favor the main character, Sword Art Online has one thing that works for it still to this day. It has amazing fighting choreography. The show is based on an in-game fantasy world. So, the fight scenes are very flashy and well choreographed. Talking about the plot, Kirito, a gaming nerd, gets his hands on a console called Nerve Gear and plays the latest game called Sword Art Online, only to find out that the game master has trapped everyone in the game and the only way to log out is to finish the game. Story-wise the show isn't that good, but if you want to watch a trashy anime with amazing fights, then give Sword Art Online a try.
私立百花王学園。この名門校には階級制度がある。ただ、ギャンブルの強さのみ。
Does MAPPA just bring out too many visually pleasing shows? If you've seen Kaiji and miss that adrenaline rush but you have your 12-year-old kid with you and don't want to traumatize the kid, then just start watching Compulsive Gambler Kakagurui. Compulsive Gambler is a show based on high school full of rich kids who are bored with their lives and have too much money to waste. So, what do? They start a high school casino, where every decision is made by gambling. The show gives you the dread and fear of losing something but then slaps that child-friendly rating on and they don't actually lose anything very important, unlike the anime Kaiji did. But the show is animated to perfection. Whenever there is a gambling scene going on, you can literally feel the room getting heavy and get chills. The story is decent, so, if you're into gambling, and I hope you're not into that, but do watch the show. It's pretty sick. Another Day, another masterpiece made by MAPPA, though the show was memed by trolls calling it Yaoi on Ice. If you look across the meme and actually watch the show, you will find a guy who is passionate about ice skating and learns how to figure skate and show his talent to the world. Do you know how hard it is to animate any sports anime frame by frame? Figure skating is the same thing. MAPPA did an excellent job in showing Yuri being glamorous and the visuals are overall a 10 out of 10. Plot-wise, Yuri, after being defeated at the Grand Prix finale, returns home to figure out his future. Luckily Yuri gains the attention of Victor, a former 5-time champion in skating. The story is about how Yuri compromises his love for pork cutlets and grows as a figure skater with the help of Victor. Here is a name that you don't hear that often. Us old-school anime watchers knew the weight of the name Madhouse when we used to hear they were working on an anime. Madhouse at one time had a track record of bringing out some of the best anime that people would talk about for years. This is one of Madhouse's best works. Parasite. The Maxim is a show about the Earth being infected by alien-like parasites that take over the human brain and make them intelligent murdering creatures that are going to take over the Earth. It's an amazing sci-fi show that shows us the life of Shinichi, who, by luck or accident, did not get his body taken over by the parasites and instead had his hand taken over. Making a deal with the parasite, Shinichi now has inhuman strength and reflexes and is on a mission to save the Earth and coexist with this parasitic creature in his arms.
術式反転赤
Bow down, because the god of all studios has arrived. MAPPA Studio has been steamrolling recently, pushing out hit after hit shows. Jujutsu Kaisen is one of MAPPA's best works. Filled with amazing character design and excellently choreographed fighting scenes, and can I just say MAPPA gave extra effort while animating Gojo Satoru. I mean, look at those godly eyes of Gojo. Let's get serious, do you like the supernatural? Jujutsu Kaisen is a story about supernatural monsters or curses, haunting humans, and a group of exorcists called Jujutsu sorcerers exorcising the curses. Our main protagonist is named Itadori Yuji, who has somehow found a cursed object named Sukuna's finger. Suddenly being targeted by all these supernatural beings, Itadori makes the reckless decision of becoming the vessel of Sukuna, earning him the powers of Sukuna and exorcising curses. The show has amazing visual effects and great fight choreography. If that wasn't enough, the show's story is really intriguing and keeps you hooked thinking what might happen next. If you wanted an example of how a perfect show is animated, well, this might be it.
挙式紫でもそっちには誰も
Remember, me saying it is really tough to animate sports anime. It is because of all the movement happening every moment, it becomes hard for the viewer to focus on one single character. So, how do you make this work? You do what Production IG did with Haikyuu. Haikyuu is a show inspired by volleyball, and it shows how a short boy named Hinata struggles to play volleyball in the big leagues. Hinata, wanting to become like his idol Little Giant, joins the volleyball team where he meets King of the Court, Tobio Kageyama. Kageyama, being a former genius, but with weak teamplay skills, is now in a team with Hinata, and with their powers combined, they find a way to squash their opponents. The show is about dedication to something and giving up everything to follow that dream. The story is very well written and the animation is so dramatic that it just sticks your eyes to the screen. You feel like you might miss something if you blink. Overall, it's a good show, watch it.
羅針盤が喫立するところにそれはある。誰もが求め憧れ夢見る黄金鏡。確かにそれはそこにあった。
Do you like fantasy worlds? Do you like sci-fi robots? Do you like little girls? Don't answer the last one. Kinema Citrus has brought you Made in Abyss. It's a show that has all those things and it just works. One of the most visually pleasing shows to ever exist, and the story is actually good. Made in Abyss is pretty dark even though it looks pretty and child-friendly. The show is about Rico and a robot boy named Reg exploring the Abyss, a world that's into the depths of the earth filled with monsters and mysteries. Together with Reg, Rico goes on a journey to explore the Abyss. Animated by Studio Ufotable, Demon Slayer has become one of the best anime ever created. Winning Anime of the Year in 2019. Demon Slayer is a show about a boy named Tanjiro, who after the death of his father has taken the burden of feeding his family on his shoulders. And one day, Tanjiro comes to his home and finds his entire family massacred except Nezuko, his sister. But Nezuko had been turned into a bloodthirsty demon. Consumed by rage and determination to turn his sister back to human, Tanjiro joins the Demon Slayers and seeks out the murderer. Demon Slayer is filled with amazing sword fights and even amazing animated visuals of the fights. Especially in episode 19, Studio Ufotable really showed the viewers what they are capable of animating if they give. This is an anime that I have no idea where to start from and where it ends. It's like the Monogatari series for gamers. Being adapted from visual novels and released as a promotion for their Fate series games, Fate Stay Night is one of the best marketing strategies I have ever seen. How much did Studio Ufotable get paid to make the visuals this good? Story-wise, I have absolutely no idea which season comes after which, but every time there is a fight, the Fate series just hits differently. The most iconic fight would be Gilgamesh vs. Berserker. When that scene happened to us, the viewers just went like, what just happened? This is probably the first time I think I'm going to say this: forget the story because you won't get it, and just watch a visual masterpiece unfold.
その少女の存在は密かに隠されていた。だがその少女を知る者は彼女を武器だと言った。心を持たないただの道具だと。
Considered as one of the best animation studios in Japan, Kyoto Animation Studio made a masterpiece named Violet Evergarden. Even after the tragedy of Kyoto Animation Studio, they still put out amazing animation, proving the fact that they are very dedicated to their work and nothing can stop them from creating amazing shows. Violet Evergarden is a laid-back show with less action and more ambiance. Our protagonist, Violet, is a war veteran returning from war. She was raised only for the purpose of war. So, there are many times when she does not understand normal human emotions. To rehabilitate her to normal society, Violet gets a job to write letters which are known as dolls, and through her letters, she learns about happiness, sadness, anger, rage, grief, regret, and more. The show is a tearjerker, and every episode you watch you will feel goosebumps on your hands because the visuals are so clean. Even if you're not into this genre, you have to watch this show to understand how good it is.